Yes, US observers in court today, June 19, as evidence to set Nnamdi Kanu free immediately is gotten out. My dear listeners, the US observers that were in court yesterday, 18th of June, are also in court today, being June 19. It was a shocker as the unbelievable was discovered in today's hearing. I greet everybody out there where they listen to me through this very broadcast. It is the Law TV. Yes, here is the law himself. You know that this very trial and this particular case is not just a public information. So this very report might not be too comprehensive. Okay, so I want you to take just your little time and pay attention. Now, the trial commenced today, June 19, 2025, as reported by the today by the Law TV. And you know, a few days back, and there was this very killing which happened in Benue, or that took the lives of many Nigerians, and everybody was commenting. But sitting the sitting House of Rep, in fact, everybody began to agitate in the House of Representative. But after the agitation, nothing meaningful or nothing reasonable was actually done. I asked myself, why do we have a government in this very country? Where are the people who we actually voted for? Now, the days of saying it is IPOP, it is ESN has really gone. Right now, ESN, IPOP are no longer, doing anything because their leader is in court and also in prison. So now, who do we now say is the cause of this? Well, my dear listeners, I tell you that the federal government, as we speak, are just saying trash. They don't even want to blame themselves any longer. You understand now? ESN, as we all know, stands for IPOP, if you ask me. And I don't have any business with anyone, but I will say it that Nigerian government is just completely confused and doesn't know where to start. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that is just it. So I believe very strongly well that today's trial, being June 19, will be having a reference to concerning that very hearing. Now, the defendant is actually in high spirit as case started, and also we have the US officials were seated. Okay, now to observe the trial. So today we have the presence of the US officials. Okay, and so both defense and prosecuting counsels have introduced themselves as the fourth masked witness moved to the witness box. So you know the witness, their mask, you can't see their faces. So the prosecuting counsel mentioned to the court today, matters is the continuation of witness. Cross-examination. So you know the last sitting, the fourth witness did not they did not finish the cross-examination, guys. So that's what's really going on now. The prosecuting counsel continued the cross-examination of the fourth masked witness. So it's paramount, as you all know. He did not conclude at the last court sitting. I just said that. So prosecuting counsel asked the guy who was Benjamin Madobo. Yes, that's his name. Anyway, Madobo detained in Abuja. So the fourth mask can witness answers. Okay. Now both Benjamin and Nnamdi Kanu were brought together before DSS. Yes, but Nnamdi Kanu accepted he was the one in the video and exonerated Benjamin Madobo. Now the presiding judge agreed reject the document, okay, tendered by the prosecuting counsel, and according to him, in quote, he says this bit cannot be relied upon by this court because it was obtained through illegalities, as defendant Nnamdi Kanu was denied legal action before obtaining both written statement or verbal interview. Okay. Now next is following the rejection of previous standard document by the courts. Present another from NBC, which is National Broadcasting Corporation. Okay, another exhibit somehow. So prosecuting counsel uh, came over to examine the transmitter at the DSS headquarters after Nnamdi Kanu brought in the transmitter. Now, presiding judge, does the defense team have anything to say as regard this? Hey, questions day. We are still on the matter. As regards this, as regards the document from NBC. Now, defense counsel said we have no objection. You hear that? Okay. Now, again, and to the NBC report that the prosecution intend tendering to the court. Okay. Now the court admits the NBC report as an exhibit. Now we continue. Okay. Now prosecuting counsel, what do you have to say about the transmitter? Now the guy, it's a question. It says, based on my physical observation, it is understood that the equipment was intended to be used for broadcasting. Okay. Now, also before importing a transmitter into Nigeria, you must first obtain approval. See what they are saying. But it wasn't obtained. That is the approval to import a transmitter. Wasn't obtained. Now the prosecuting counsel, who is the owner of the transmitter, now the Nnamdi Kanu says, I can confirm that the defendant is the owner of the transmitter. Go to Vanguard publication dated July 3rd, 2023. You will see the detailed news. Now the prosecuting counsel continue. If you see the Vanguard publication, will you recognize it? The guy on mass says, yes, I will. Okay, now the defense counsel object to the tendering of the newspaper. We are on point. Now, publication that is Nnamdi Kanu and that of the mass publication as an exhibit. So he continued. The prosecution move on reading the presumed written evidence by Benjamin. Now, as written in the Vanguard newspaper in the publication, claimed IPOP leader ordered him to, that Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to, it's very funny. Can I say it? Yes. He said Nnamdi Kanu ordered him to eliminate 2,000 people through his boss, but he succeeded to take down 30, which he regretted. So note the prosecuting counsel is relying on Vanguard publication, not personal investigation, and the defense counsel did not object to this. Okay, now prosecuting counsel, what do you think about the attack on the prison? The guy on the mask said Nnamdi Kanu authorized the prison break. Prosecuting counsel, can you please explain your role as a law enforcement officer? He says, my responsibility is to gather information and report it to my boss. Some of my responsibility include raiding camp, and I did raid ESN camps. I saw human head bodies and ESN eating woman bodies. Prosecuting counsel, where were you able to locate the guy on the mask? Says, no, we have not found. Now, prosecuting counsel, do you find out when the transmitter was imported into the country? The guy on mask said, I have no document from the clearing agent covering the transmitter other than the defendant's statement. So the court okayed the matter, was now adjourned again to 20th of June 2025. My dear listeners, these people, they don't know what they do at all. They don't know what they do. See how they fool themselves. See what the stupid mass witness was